Good evening.
Good evening, Mickey. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Fine, fine. Better than yesterday.
Oh yeah, you told me you were sick. So
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes I feel like I know you're a little older than me, but like each decade of your life, it just gets like you notice things about yourself, like you can get sick easier or you get tired faster. Like I noticed something in myself when I turned 30. I noticed like I wasn't as young as I was in my 20s. So, like it's just your body's more susceptible to things when you get older.
Actually, I think a few times ago, my wife and I agreed with an opinion that we are now understand the adult people. About what some 25 or 30 years ago, we never understand why adults complaining about so many things. For example, if there is something noisy, they easily get headaches. And when I was child, I had never understand this.
Yeah.
But now I understand.
Yes, I know. You don't understand until you experience it. And it's so true. It's so true. Like my father turned 60 and he gets tired faster, a lot tired. And he can't do the same things he used to do when he was 50, 10 years ago. And I won't understand it until I become his age. But yeah, experience is the best teacher. You will always understand when you experience it yourself. Oh my God.
Also, this getting older thing brings at the same time some psychological problems.
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
Because in your brain, you imagine much more things to do, but your body never let you to do them. So it is not easy to match your feelings or your plans with your actions.
Yeah.
So when you turn back and you feel sad, I think, especially now when I compare today with 10 years ago, the things now I can't do makes me so sad, especially trying to do some activity.
Yeah. Wow. I
think we called it middle-age syndrome.
Middle-age syndrome, exactly. And every culture has a different viewpoint on when is middle age. For some cultures, middle age is 40. For some cultures, it's 50. It really depends on the culture. Like in the US, they say that middle age will start at age 40. When you're 40, then you're getting old. And
5 years later, you will be dead.
Yeah, that our culture promotes young people. In other cultures, like in Japan, I don't know about Turkey, but they respect elderly people a lot better. In the United States, the culture always promotes young people. Always. There's a reason why you don't see many Hollywood actors who are older. Only the men. When a female Hollywood actor gets older, she will go out of business. Like all the commercials are young people.
This is not about culture. This is about the viewpoint of Hollywood, because they are the main aim is getting money, and they are earning money. Sorry, so they have a little bit sexist.
Yeah,
and if a female actress, you are not beautiful enough.
Yeah.
you can't earn money for them.
Yeah, but this viewpoint of money is a very big part of our culture. We are a capitalist culture. So I would say the money aspect is a huge part of the culture. So it is cultural. It is very cultural because we started our country as a capitalist country that makes money. So it's embedded in our DNA almost. And yeah, it is unfortunate. But I think when I get old, I will move to China or something, or Japan. How does the Turkish
don't come to Turkey?
Yeah, well, tell me. Yeah, in Turkey, what is it like to be a middle-aged person? Does the culture support you, or
actually, almost 25 years ago, yes, we had a culture to respect elder people and at the same time promote young people.
Okay.
Motivate them. But now, in our culture, if you are young, you are unexperienced. So you don't have any value. If you are old, you don't have enough energy to do something. So you should go and die alone in somewhere. So we don't respect anyone. Even young or old.
That's terrible.
Yes. So they are expected from us to be to be an experienced man, but have full of energy.
Okay.
It is so funny when you see a job advertisement.
Yeah.
They write down so many things, and just at the bottom line, they write you should be below 30.
Below 30. Oh, okay.
Come on, guys. With the specifications above, even writing them takes 10 years.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so crazy.
You can graduate from university at the age of 22, 23.
Yeah.
And you need also we have military obligation. You have to go for service.
How many years?
It's due to your education, but start from 6 months to 1.5. 1.5, but maybe I think they decreased the duration. Now I think it's just one year maximum.
Okay.
So if you are a perfect student, and if you complete your military obligation, because it's also an obligation that the job advertisements demand from you. So you can start a proper business at the age of 23, 24. So you need to gain in these 5 years, 25 years experience.
Oh my God. That's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is so funny.
Oh God. Wow. So then after 30, then you're old. Okay. That's so crazy. It's the same in India. When I lived in India, your value starts like when you start making money about 22, 23 up until about 30, 35. And then actually to get married, you should definitely be before 28. Like, if you're not married by age 28, like you're old, like you will never get married because that culture values young marriage. But how can you get married so young if you're starting your business? I don't understand it. It's hard to I think it's hard to be focused on business. And then you have, at the same time, you have to focus on having a family. Like having a wife or husband and children while you're starting your business. That's a lot of responsibilities at a young age. Even 22, that's pretty young.
Yes, but
oh my God,
in this era, we are all in a race.
We are. It feels like it. It feels that way.
High pressure, and unfortunately, the system, capitalism, like its name, focused on capital and investment. So
yes,
in your career, some point you should build your own business.
Yeah.
If you try to continue as an employee, and if things goes bad in some point, if you lose your job, for example, at the age like 40s, it will be very difficult to find a new job after 40s. So
Really?
Yes, it's not easy that someone hire you, for example, if you are age of 45.
Oh my God.
So in some point, you should
At
build
some point.
at some point you should build your own business, even if you don't have any capital.
Wow. So there's a big pressure to start it young, because when you're 40, you won't be hired. Oh my God.
Not you won't be hired, but the possibility.
But it's harder.
Possibility
It's
is
lower. Yeah. Oh man. You know, I think the system has to change. I mean, that's too much. I mean, like, what happens if you have a bankruptcy or an issue with your business? Like, you might have to start over at an older age, and it will be more difficult for you to earn money and get a job. Oh God. I mean, I don't agree with this system at all. I think it's really sexist, and it's it's ageism, sexist, all these problems with this system.
But the system feeds from these kind of issues, because if everybody has some social equality, so nobody push hard and try to pass other people. So the system demands some rich people, some middle class people, some poor people, and some people almost at the age of at the point of an age. So and says people as an advertisement, look, if you don't work hard and if you don't have luck, or if you don't have good education, you can be like that. So push harder, work harder, sleep less, and spend your time mostly work and to make money, to make profit.
You're right. We need
this is the design of the system, unfortunately.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we do require those people who are making the money, because if everyone was the opposite, if no one was focused on money, we wouldn't have an economy. So we need people who are focused on profits and capitalism, definitely. Well, I have to say about me, I am not a capitalist. I am very happy just volunteering and serving other people, and I'm actually not really focused on salary. So I chose a job. I got a master's in education, and I'm not focused on my salary, because teachers make very less money in my country.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still very happy. I am happy with my life, and I don't care about my salary. So, maybe businessmen can focus on the money, and then maybe my husband can be a businessman, and I'm happy with being a teacher.
maybe, but the system also not create the classifications of people. They generally create the classifications of jobs. So because there are some jobs nobody wants to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So there should be some poor and unfortunate people who must handle these undemanded jobs.
Yes. We call in India, it's called a sect. Do you know sects?
No.
In India, caste. They called a caste
system. Yes.
Caste system. Yeah, I think that's how it was designed, so that everyone has a job. Sadly, it's used to discriminate people now, but it had a good idea behind it,
yes.
To help everyone stay in an industry, and so everything gets completed. But sadly, if you're from a low caste, like people look at you in a bad way. And if you're from a high caste, then people look at you like you're rich. I don't know. It's used to discriminate in India. I don't know about the caste system in Turkey.
In all world, especially in the United States, they build their economical systems on this caste.
But no. I mean, no, I don't think so. I mean, we're not as bad as we are. I think we've left this caste system. We have discrimination against Black people, African Americans, but not about like last names.
I'm not telling about discrimination of people or about viewpoint. I'm telling you about the economical systems. For example, United States supports immigrants because the country needs some people who should come to United States with an American dream to focus on working and to do some works original native United States citizens don't want to do.
Yes.
This is but there should be some places must be cleaned. There should be some places must be served. The system needs some people to do these kind of jobs. So United States policies supported immigrants.
Yeah.
And inside this immigrant groups, some lucky ones or very hardworking or clever peoples can pass the line and can get a fortune. And the system use this as an advertisement to the other people from other countries. Look, guys, someone from your country came to the United States 10 years ago and got a huge fortune. So you can do it.
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it. But 1,000 people come, only 1-2 people get success.
It's true. It's true. And they definitely do the jobs that nobody wants to do. Yeah, I think my country requires immigrants because if we didn't have them, then I would have to start being a cleaner or a waiter or something that is lower educations, like a lower class job. Yeah, I think we're actually having a problem now because there's a lot of agricultural jobs that people don't want to do. They want the immigrants to do those jobs, especially in the farms. We have a lot of farms. They require lots of farm work. And many Americans don't want to do it. They want the immigrants to do it. You're right, because it's a hard job. It's very dirty. It doesn't pay a lot. I think Trump is making a mistake by cutting all the immigrants, because he's sending them home. And now we're having an issue with who is going to take the job, those low jobs, low level jobs. Yeah. It's true. You're right. I agree with that 100%. Yeah. We require some low caste workers to help the economy. Yeah. Oh my God. It's crazy.
I can suggest you a book about it.
Yeah.
If you have time.
Tell me. I love reading. I'll put it in my app. What's the name?
I'm not sure the original name, but something like Player Piano. The name of the book, and the writer is Alexei Pashkin or something. I will find the correct name of the writer and the book when we finish our session and send you a message, because I should check for my library.
Sure.
Okay. So this is a science fiction book.
Okay.
And it's about the factory and people. In the factory, everything's produced by autonomous robots.
Oh my gosh! Really? Is it a fiction or nonfiction?
It's a fictional science fiction.
Oh,
story.
Nice.
And the question is, okay, everything made by robots. So
Yeah.
what people will do? The book is a questionnaire, this philosophy. It's also a fictional and adventure, not so thick. It's a like 100 or 150 page book,
Okay.
so you can read in 1 or 2 nights. But
Nice.
it's a good book about criticizing the capitalist and the future probabilities of capitalist economy.
Wow. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah, robots are going to take over they're taking I think Japan is working, maybe Tesla is working on some automatic driving cars.
They already produce automatic driving cars right now.
I know that's crazy, right? I think that's scary, and
just because of some regulations, they are not allowed to use. But now, if you buy a Tesla car, they have full automated driving option. But if you don't touch the wheel in 1 minute, the car just warns you with a beep signal because of the regulations. But if you don't care the signal, you can just sit and watch the car. It's full automated right now.
Wow, that's so cool. You know, I'm just a little worried if this automation takes the jobs of taxi drivers or tuk-tuk drivers. Like in India, they have all these drivers that it's like a tricycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a taxi, but it's called a tuk-tuk. And I don't know what you call it in Turkey, but every country has a similar version. It's like a small vehicle where you can have a ride. And if automation takes over in 30 years, like all these drivers will be out of a job. And
but
I'm
it's
actually
not so bad. When you change the style of adding values, the people should do something different.
Yeah, but what can they do if they have no education? So they have to go to school or something.
Don't think about the incidents became suddenly. It should be proceeding time by time. So it's not
gradual.
It's not something like that. Today, autonomous cars started and all drivers fired. No,
I know.
Think about a little bit longer long term. So 20 years later, people will know they cannot have a job as a driver. So in the beginning of their life, they should decide to do something different. For example, Amazon started full automated supermarkets in the United States.
Yeah. Yes.
So the people, it's a very important number. It's a very important quantity of people cannot work as just a cashier.
Yeah.
But when you think about this job is actually very few add value job. Just read the products to the barcode machine and exchange money. That's all.
Yeah.
So very important labor force are spending.
Yeah, I know. I just get worried though, because in India, it's not so easy to change. Now, their system is very different. It's not easy to change your job in India. Like if you come from a family of drivers, it's really hard to change to a different industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hope and I pray that when the time is right, that they will have the tools to switch to a new area. But for some of the people, it would be very difficult because they don't have education or money to change jobs, especially the drivers. A lot of them are uneducated and they don't have a lot of money. So I hope they find other jobs, and I hope they can find other ways to be useful in the society. But yeah, I am a little worried about, because they're such a poor country, you know, like lots of poor people. But yeah. Well, okay. So I'll tell you about my job. So, you know, I'm an English teacher. I started doing the online teaching a year ago on CAMBLY because I know that education will become more digital. And I already made a change in teaching online because I know that online teaching will become normal. It will be the popular choice. And maybe my classroom job will go away. And so I'm already shifting to a new, not a new job, but like a new subset or like a new direction within education. So I'm very happy that I switched to online teaching, because teachers will be automated too. I think it could happen.
Maybe in near future, there will be maybe invention that you don't need to get education. You just like Matrix movie. You just connect the wired cable to your brain and
I know.
fill it with full of information.
Just input the information from the computer.
Yes. So maybe in 10 seconds you can speak 10 more different languages.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we won't need language tutors.
Maybe. We don't know.
We don't know. You're right. Well, okay. Have you ever thought about what other jobs you would like to do in the future?
For me?
If you had to change.
I would like to be a consultant, especially about marketing issues.
Okay.
So cool. I'm working to develop myself on this field. And, if I find a company who needs my expertise, I can serve them as a consultant.
Nice. So do you think you would like to be a consultant over the phone, or you want to be face-to-face?
Actually, consultant has different sections. It's not something like only suggesting people to say them to do something. It's also working on numbers, analyzing, and to show them the results and the scenarios, A, B, C, and the possible consequences. So
that's like requires meetings face-to-face. Yeah.
Sometimes face-to-face, sometimes on the phone, sometimes just on a written script. It depends.
Wow.
It depends what they need and what they want to do with you. Because marketing is a huge ocean. Even deciding your logo of your company to find a customer, or to make sales, or to increase your revenue, or an investment research.
I had a friend who wanted to be a consultant for McKinsey. Do you know McKinsey?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest consulting firms. And I remember he practiced for the interview. It was one of the most difficult interviews of his life because they asked so many hard questions for the consulting job. So yeah, I mean, I can understand there's probably a lot of fields where you can do it, and there's lots of flexibility in this job. But that's nice that you would like to do that in the future. Yeah. Our time is already up, but I thought today was an interesting conversation, actually. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
See you, Mickey.
Bye.
Bye bye.